Welcome to Petrified Forest National Park in northern Arizona. If you are coming in the north end of the park to visit, you've just exited on the interstate, I-40, exit 311. This is where you enter the park. Drive directly ahead, and there will be a fee station, or take a right into the parking lot if you would like to visit the bookstore and the Fred Harvey gift shop and restaurant first. Once you go through the fee station and start your exploration of the park, you have 28 miles until you reach the other end of the park. Enjoy. This is the Painted Desert Visitor Center at the entrance to Petrified Forest National Park. If you would like to go inside the visitor center, there is a bookstore and park information there for you. Your first view of the Painted Desert here lays out the Badlands before you in various shades of red and orange, colored in the mesas and buttes. We are at Tower Point. Tawa is the Hopi sun god. The Rim Trail begins here, 1 mile round trip to the Painted Desert Inn. This is a self-guiding nature trail that hugs the rim of the mesa overlooking the wilderness area. Wayside exhibits describe geological formations, floral fauna, points of interest, interesting animals that you might see here. Bigelow sagebrush. This compact shrub occupies well-drained soils at 6,000 to 7,000 feet elevation. Small, aromatic yellow flowers appear in August and last until early October. Sagebrush is an important plant in many cultures. Tea from the boiled leaves is said to help in childbirth, indigestion, constipation, and as a treatment for colds and fevers. A bag of pounded leaves is used to reduce swelling or treat corns. At 5,826 feet, this is a good spot for birders. You may spot various different types of birds catching the thermals as they soar high above the desert floor. This area may look barren and desolate. Look again and you will see a fascinating and complex habitat. We are standing at Kachina Point, and Kachina Point is in front of the Painted Desert Inn. Kachina is Hopi for deified ancestral spirits. This is a spectacular, highly eroded landscape. The wilderness area is right here behind me, 43,000 acres of land that will never be developed, never touched by civilization, nor will it ever show any human influence. Chindi Point. Chindi, the word Chindi is Navajo for unwelcome ghost or evil spirit. Chindi Point is well known for the fossil bones found here in 1984 of a very early small dinosaur. Small, we're saying he was not more than 4 feet tall. And he was found here below this point, the only specimen of this dinosaur that's known to exist at this time. His name, Chindosaurus Brian Smalley. He was from the time when giant reptiles and amphibians ruled. This was pre-dinosaur. The other thing to note about Chindi Point is that there are picnic facilities here. Here we are at Pintado Point. Pintado in Spanish means painted, and you'll see why when you look around at the beautiful, colorful views here. Pintado Point is the highest point in Petrified Forest National Park. It is 6,000 feet. This is said to be some of the cleanest air in the United States. On a clear day, you can see 120 miles away, all the way to the San Francisco peaks. out near Flagstaff. In the foreground, you can see Pilot Rock, and that's 7 miles away. A point to note on Pinchado Point is if you have an RV or a trailer, avoid this turnout since the parking lot is small and a little bit tight for an RV. Across the road here you can see a volcanic maar, M-double-A-R. The meaning of a volcanic maar is an underwater volcanic vent. Nasoni Point. Nasoni means pretty or beautiful in Navajo. This is the site of a 200 million year unconformity in the geological formation. Lacey Point, named for Iowa Congressman John Fletcher Lacey, an advocate for protection of public lands. This is the Route 66 pullout at Petrified Forest National Park. Route 66 is the first interstate highway system in the United States, and it passed through Petrified Forest National Park at this location. This is the area called Blue Mesa in Petrified Forest National Park. We are 15.6 miles from the north entrance of the park. To get here, you turn off Park Road. It's a short 3.5 mile drive out here, probably the most spectacular drive in Petrified Forest National Park. There's a series of overlooks, and we're standing here overlooking what's termed the Badlands, a series of mesas and buttes, highly eroded landscape. This is the trailhead for the Blue Mesa Walk. It's 1 mile round trip, moderately strenuous, considered moderately strenuous because of the elevation change and the climb back out if you're not adjusted to the elevation here. There are benches where you can rest on the way out and bring plenty of water with you. There's no water, no shade. Conglomerates are what their name implies, a collection of cobbles and pebbles cemented together. The sandstone caprock of Blue Mesa that you're walking through contains gravels that were carried in a stream and laid down here 225 million years ago. The different sized pebbles in this conglomerate indicate that the stream was moving too fast to do a good job of sorting the rock. Many small cracks in the slopes provide avenues for water. As the water enlarges the crevices, pipes form that lead down below ground. The water eventually flows out at the base of the hills. Here we are standing in front of the Painted Desert Inn at Petrified Forest National Park. This is the trailhead to the wilderness area. We're about to start descending on the trail, which starts out as our hard packed gravel. I think we haven't been down yet. It's the first time. I think it turns into dirt with a might be a little rough in places. We'll see. It's a mile down to the desert floor. Right now we're at 5,963 feet. It's about 59 degrees. Nice sun. A little bit of a cool breeze. So we are dressed in layers. Fleece jacket, Under Armour shirt, hiking vest with all our gear, and we're ready to go. This is the very beginning of the trailhead. As you can see, we already changed from that nice gravel surface to some loose rock. So bring good hiking boots. Hiking stick is good so you won't slip in the gravel. And we're on our way down to the desert floor. Notice the black rock lining both sides of the trail and all the way back up the switchback. This is volcanic rock called basalt from ancient lava flows. Now descended to the bottom of the desert floor. The actual descent was only 200 feet, but in walking it's a mile because of all the switchbacks that we came down. Now we're down here at the bottom and we're walking along the edge of a wash. This is a wash, it's a dry riverbed. This is where flash floods occur, and if there's a sudden rain, you need to move to higher ground immediately because these things fill up with water and can be very dangerous. We're continuing on. We're meandering here through what's called the Black Forest because the petrified wood is black. As you can see over here, these are just small examples, but there may be some larger examples coming up ahead in what's called the Black Forest. Right here is an example of petrified wood, and this, as you can see, is a piece of what was once a large log. This is the cross section of a log that's now petrified. It's the consistency of stone. This is an example of a smaller piece of petrified wood, so the consistency of stone, but it actually was wood at one point before it was petrified, part of the ancient forest here. Now, there are hundreds upon thousands, if not more, of examples of petrified wood, some as small as this or smaller, some larger, of course. And you're welcome to pick these up, enjoy them. Tilt them so you can see the different facets in the rock, the different colors, but do not take them with you. If everyone who visits the park takes petrified wood with them, there won't be any petrified wood left in Petrified Forest National Park. So pick up and enjoy, but don't take them home. And for a fact, there is approximately 25,000 pounds of petrified wood taken out of this forest every single year, so don't be a part of that. Leave the wood here for everyone to enjoy and for future generations.